All right, hell yeah. So this is the Upper Gauley, Dane Jackson. You know what I mean? And he takes lines that you might not. But hell yeah. So here's Google Earth. Here's the Upper Gauley. Now here's North. You know what I mean? This is might how you vision the Upper Gauley. You know, the Meadow River coming in, Lost Paddle, Pillow Rock on this corner, Insignificant on this first corner. You know what I mean? And then your initiation rapid, first, second, and third right there, and your entrance. But we got to flip this. We got to flip this puppy around. I mean, you're at the put in at the Upper Gauley. You're going to be looking at it like this. First thing you're going to come to is this what entrance? Yeah, a magnetic rock. Stay away. But anyway, what does what do all the kayakers do? Well, they hit this little kayaker's eddy. You know what I mean? But this is what's terrifying about the Upper Gauley. Look at all these rocks, just kind of civvy city. But anyway, so hell yeah, we're gonna take a look at that.
Substantially more water than last time. Stop.
For sure. So we're paddling right down. Booyah! We're just right there, and I guess the whole time we're just gonna keep the view like that. Because you can watch. But anyway, so hell yeah, you're just boofing off this, and then this is the main current. You know what I mean? So how you would do it is probably just paddle across this and catch this lower eddy. But if you're in a kayak, hell yeah, do it up. And then spin to win. We do a lot of spinning. But right here is where he does the little seal launch. You know what I mean? So this rock right there, hell yeah, is going to launch about 4 or 5 times. So we'll just get to it. Hell yeah. And he's like, out of my way. And yeah, he didn't do it very good, that one. But then the guy left, and then, you know, too much pressure, man, when people are just there. But anyway, and now we're just going to make our way down. So, no, he's just going to play in that. Okay, but hell yeah. So now we're going down the wave train to magnetic rock. And most people would just avoid this like it's going to kill them, and it will. But anyway, he does the little, I mean, literally, you're going from here and exiting out this side, which is insanity. You don't even go like through there. So anyway, we're gonna watch that because it's absolute craziness, and we're just gonna speed it up. We're gonna try to make this video as fast as possible. But hell yeah! So this is magnetic rock, and you think you try to just go right through there? No, you have to like get left to right momentum and then exit over here. So that's what we do. And we're just going to see it one and done. You can go back and watch it multiple times. But hell yeah, now you have all this eddy water because you're like, where's Dane Jackson now? Well, he paddled all this stuff, and now here's the main drop right here, right down the middle. Hey, diddle. But here's kind of a little ledge. So even a raft can just pop, plop, and drop right over. It's pretty fun. So he's going to go play with that for a little while. So where'd he go? You know, like I said, he was over here, and then he paddled over here, and now he's just going directly over this thing. See, and then here's the exit. Here's just the normal exit. It's a left to right if you want to know. If you go right, I mean right to left. Hit this way. But anyway, he just plugs and chugs right over it, and then he does a lot of spins, a lot of surfs. Tries to do an ender. Okay, now we're just spinning to winning. And we're not too much farther downstream, because the next thing you come to, I mean, he spins it up. The next thing we come to, we got to zoom out. You have a lot of, well, let's do the full, because you have a lot of unnamed rap. Like this thing's unnamed. These two technically are kind of unnamed in kind of the general sense, but they do have names. But hell yeah! So even just right here, you find stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, and we got to get our view. See, this is a low water view. It might not make sense. So, I apologize. So, hell yeah, fall flow. What the hell does fall flow look like? All right, now we're in. See how isn't that interesting? I'm glad I brought that up because we might do this more. It's just like at low water. Oh, sorry for the throat clearing. What up? Oh, man, it's not going to give me that view, is it? Ah, shoot. Bummer. But anyway, yeah, that's interesting how I can get a low water view. But anyway, historical images. So yeah, all these rocks look sieved out as. But anyway, so there you go. This is the little channel, and then you eddy out over there, and you drop and plop right there. So we won't be looking at the low water footage. We'll be looking at this footage. But like I said, one unnamed rapid. we'll kind of, yeah, and then 2 more, and then the first, second, and third drop of initiation. So, hell yeah, he's just spinning right here, but he finds this rock. He finds this rock, and so we'll notice this rock, and there's a little ledge, wide ledge, but here's the main wide ledge. This is where people will be playing around. And then also your first drop right here kind of has a wide ledge. So that's 3 different features, but the difference between these and this first corner is, hey, you now kind of have, you know, this distinct island, and this is called left slot, and so you got more rocks over here. All right, let's take a look at some footage. All right, a lot of spinning, a lot of winning. Okay, so hell yeah, so this is the rock that he booyah. So right there, if you want to do what he does off that rock's gonna be right here. So yeah, booyah. Right there's that rock, and we're just gonna go do our thing. Ain't no thing if you're Dane Jackson. All right, and so booyah. Here's a tiny. I mean, we're talking tininess, but this is how you kind of read the room when you're on Google Earth and trying to figure out how the world works in whitewater. So there you go. There's the little shallow ledge. You know, nothing, but you know what I mean. He'll probably spin. Okay, but and now here's our second ledge. So you have this ledge right here. So that's where he is right now. And see these square boulders? That's how you kind of do your thing. So yeah, even on the upper Gauley, you know what I mean. What's the put in like? Well, you got that entrance, and then you have like the Dane Jackson splat rock. And then you have a tiny wide ledge, and then a decent wide ledge. But then we're going around this corner, and we're finding the distinct 2 unnamed rapids before initiation, so we know where the hell we are. All right. And yeah, we're probably gonna spin to win on that. Okay, now so this clip starts right here. Hell yeah. So there is a wave. Okay, so we're going to only watch this once through. But yeah, it's so interesting. In my footage, I didn't recognize a wave at the top of this, but hell yeah. So you got a wave, but distinctly you have this wide ledge hole go left or right. And then you'll see the island downstream. So even right now, you can see this island marked by this tree. You know, not much. West Virginia is hella hard to figure out where the hell you are. Markers are awful because it's just all green and then water that looks like it's going to kill you. All right. And but hell yeah, so you got a wave up top. That surfer is surfing it up, and then go back a couple frames. Whoop. I guess we'll just watch it again. Yep. So after we kick flip, here's your wide ledge. Go left or right of that. But anyway, it's just good to know where the hell you are. Now we're at the island. So this is keep left slot, because you do have this little, I guess it's a slot. It's just a tiny left little, but you do have this distinct hole. You can just stay to the right of it if you want the easy line. But hell yeah, that distinct hole, that kayaker does a little turn and plug that hole. Hell yeah. All right, so now once you're here, I mean, now those are the 2 unnamed rapids, 2 major unnamed rapids after this first corner, if you don't want to get lost, because then, hell yeah, now you have your initiation, and you'll see it marked by this triangle rock. It's below the rapid, but you can definitely see it all the way from here. There's the triangle rock, and booyah, same triangle rock right there. And then here's initiation. You just go left or right down the center, but hell yeah, we'll get a little barreled right there if you're Dane Jackson. All right, now this is too bad, because I wish people, you know, did this whole second drop, because the second drop, as you pass the first drop, you will see these 2 distinct goalpost rocks, and you can watch my video on that, and you just want to be way far left. Don't catch the eddy behind this rock at all, because here's your sieve, and then everyone starts their kayaking footage just right like, well, what's this wave train of a rapid? Well, this is just second drop. It's actually steep, and it's got big old waves, and here's the first. This might be the first, or it might be this wave that if you get kicked off, hell yeah. So if you get kicked off of this wave over here, you end up right down this crack. So if you end up right down there's a big rock here, and then this rock's you know, in our view, and then if you get in between there, you are dead. Okay, so but that's second drop. So it's just good to go over this quickly. Hopefully we'll do it, you know what I mean? Not rapid speed, but we want to give you some good information. So the next thing up is third drop. Hell yeah, there's third drop. And third drop, very distinctive top hole. Super easy to avoid. You're just going no speed into, you know, this third. It's a little chunky down this left side. Well, I don't know. You do you, but I think it's kind of easier down this. It's all class 3 anyway. Who the hell cares? All right, but if you're Dane Jackson, this hole, you're going to catch a piece of it and spin in it, catch the eddy again, and then peel out. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. But hell yeah, this left side of this, if you want the cleanest, you know, the greenest line, you got grandma in the boat, you want to go strong left to right. I mean, if you're just trying to avoid waves. I don't know why you'd be on the upper Gauley and trying to avoid waves. But else, yeah, that left line is kind of chunky right there. Okay, now where the hell are we? Because after initiation, that's why you can get so lost on the top of this upper Gauley, is because you just have, look at this. This is an unnamed rapid and it hardly looks like anything. And then you have, catch my breath, but then you have Little Z. Then you have 2 unnamed rapids, and then you have Upper Collison Creek, Lower Collison Creek. Okay, so after the third drop of initiation, well, you're telling me there's something in between here? Well, hell, even this flat section, look at these little 2 teacup like rocks, you know what I mean? They look like little dish cups or something. So hell yeah. Well, what does Dane Jackson do? He finds those dish cups of a rock, and we're going to spin to win just next to him. So hell yeah. So even just right here, there's a little bit of outflow on the left side of these 2 dish cups. Well, that's where Dane Jackson is. And if you zoom in, there's just ever so slightly just some white water there. You know what I mean? Just enough to do a perfect spin, and that's what we're doing. And I'm just going to fast forward because we're spinning to win it the whole way down. It's funny, some of the comments are just like, don't know who he is, and they're just like, wow, it's just like, can you actually paddle straight? You know what I mean? I think your boat's like needs to go get a tire rotation. Unbalanced, I guess, was the joke there. But anyway, hell no. No. These kayakers do whatever the hell they want to do and go wherever the hell they want to go. Okay, so I guess now we might just be in here. I think we're just going to... But hell yeah, so now markers. See how you do? So West Virginia, you don't have much. You have this like ridge line coming down through here. Well, hell yeah, the river don't go through this mountainside, so it looks like it takes a slight right bend. And what do we know? Well, hell yeah, after initiation, you know what I mean? Everything's kind of, you know, this slight bend, you know, remember? And then the 2 unnamed rapids, the island, and the initiation. And then we have another pretty decent bend, and then Little Z. And then down here, you know, you'll kind of see the same thing at this island. Well, once you see this, because this kind of mountain is in the way, and you do have, this is the only little creek coming in. This is that's Collison Creek. This is the spillway of the dam, just some cool information. And let's get the hell on with it. So anyway, I think the next thing we're going to be is Little Z. But anyway, you know, I can't do it all in one go. So Dane Jackson just has just a little piece of Little Z on here. So let's zoom in. Hell yeah. Now this Little Z, so I love doing my due diligence and finding my markers. So so the Gauley, it's super wide. So you're just like, whoa, I see a pile of boulders over here. And you might not even see that. But you do have this pile of boulders, even a tree. So you basically kind of have a little island, and then you have everything down the right side. Well, that's Little Z. So if we actually take a look at this, like the Gauley is perceptively wide. No, it just is wide. I don't know my adjectives, so I'm not going to use them. But anyway, so you just go down this right side, but you'll just have a mountain of boulders over. And this is your little, you know, let's just call it the Everest of boulders, because you're just like, whoa, it's so weird being in a rapid, and you're just like, well, I'm just going to paddle, you know, up to the top of Everest over here and then drop this little chute. So that's a fun thing to do. This is Little Z, also known as Pyramid Rock, because this rock looks like a pyramid. So if we go back here, hell yeah, there's our little pyramid rock. Now it's long, and then so there's routes down typically the right side, but also, well, maybe down the left, but over here, if you just paddle into these you literally have to paddle into those pile of boulders to do that chute. So he doesn't. We just do a little clip and a spin, and then we move on to our next unnamed rapid. But the cool thing about this Dane Jackson footage is he's got literally every... All right, so, whoa. We'll do one more spin, and then... Okay, yeah. So it's just totally straightforward down this left side. I mean, the right side. I'm a little dyslexic when it comes to, I say right and left. Anyway, let's get on with it. What's the next thing? Well, hell yeah. We got the 2 unnamed rapids before Upper Collison Creek. So now you're going to get totally lost on this first part of the Gauley, because you're just, I don't even know what rapid I am. But you have these 2 unnamed rapids, and this first of the unnamed, hell yeah, it's definitely got this little teapot drop, you know what I mean? And this kind of rock marking it's got water going over it. So if you're Dane Jackson, you go sideways up on it, and then you do a little seal launch, you know, and do a little 180. So you go up to this teapot, and you go whoop-de-scoop-de. Hell yeah. And then you just play around on that for a little while. But hell yeah, so that's that. So first unnamed rapid right there, little teapot. And we're just going to paddle right back into it. Hell, watch our friend do it, because we got lots of friends, because we're Dane Jackson. Alright, so then you're going to, yeah, do that. And, okay, so there's the teapot drop. Hell yeah, you know what I mean? If your back's a little bit out of whack, you just do this for about 5 minutes. And where's that rock? Well, you know what I mean? It's just below the teapot. So if here's the teapot, that rock's just right there, just directly right there. So that gives you some perspective on, you know what I mean, where things are. But after it, now we're going to this unnamed rapid. Now this unnamed rapid, I don't know. You got some rocks on the left. Maybe we'll identify those. And then a channel on the right. And that makes sense, you know what I mean, because this whole thing from little Z down, well, I don't know. Little Z definitely had kind of 2 distinct channels, rocks right there. So yeah, this unnamed rapid, a little bit the same down the right side. Okay. I don't know what kind of correlation I was making with that. But let's find that second unnamed rapid. Okay, so hell, well, I don't know. But here's another marker where you're just like, okay, so you do have a big ridge line, and you're like, does the river go that way? Well, it kind of looks like it goes to the right. Maybe I just know that. But it does look like something's coming in from the left, and that's just Collison Creek. Now, it's not a major drainage. I don't even know if it puts like 20 CFS into the Gauley. But there's not many drainages of the upper Gauley. And so there's one, but it peters out just right in this farm country, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's a tiny drainage. So if we go down, so here's the Meadow River. Hell yeah, that goes for days. That actually that can put 1,000 CFS into the Gauley. And then the upper Gauley is done right here. So there's just no other, you know, tributaries coming in until the lower Gauley. And then hell yeah, then you may maybe have this one. But again, maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred CFS, maybe not much. And that's actually after all the rapids. You know, and then you kind of have this smaller drainage that comes in right there. So yeah, not many drainages of the upper Gauley. I'm glad I showed you that. But hell yes, because we have what were we talking about? Yeah, so even right here, here's the slight right you're looking at. You know what I mean? So this slight right bend right there is this slight right. So that's after Lower Collison Creek and Geek Wave. All right, hell yeah, let's look at this. Okay, so now we're into that second unnamed rapid. And where is Dane Jackson now? Okay, well, he found this rock right there. So see how I said there's rocks on this left side? Well, he found this rock, and he's just doing a little splatted up. And hell yeah. Or no, just kind of a little spin to win, do a little paddle trick. And then his buddy's trying to do the same thing. I'd be trying to do the same thing. Okay, hell yeah. Now, this is... you have Upper Collison Creek, and from Upper Collison Creek, you can see the huge slant rock for Lower Collison Creek. This is also called French Kiss down there, Upper French Kiss Rapid. But Upper Collison Creek, you do have this monster wave that Dane doesn't hit because he's catching eddies and doing all sorts of stuff. But you have a glassy wave into like a pretty good breaking wave. And then down here, you have a surf wave. And then up top, this nubbin, you can't really even see it from Google Earth, which is kind of disappointing. But, you know, unless I... Well, let's do it. Let's turn this. No, that really didn't help. But anyway, so hell yeah. So this is Upper Collison Creek. Now here's your entrance. There's not really waves in here. Maybe a little tongue and some waves. But here's your main wave. A big glassy wave into a huge hit. The huge hit's actually right there, and then you catch the eddy, and then your other surf waves right there. But we got to get our view back to fall flow. So yeah, just right here. Okay, hell yeah. So this nubbin, I'm just going to circle it right there. It's not right there, so that's the only thing you're going to see. So, hell yeah, Upper Collison Creek, you have this little nubbin of a rock. You can do whatever you want to do. Nobody really does anything with that nubbin. But what we do is downstream, there is the other rock that's more kind of at the surface. So you have kind of like a boof rock right here. We're going to boof the corner or do that. Hell yeah. It's pretty out of the water to do a boof, but you can definitely catch the eddy behind it. And then once you're here, hell yeah, we're going to try to see the big old wave. So, Well, it wasn't a very good view of the wave, but Ace has got views of the waves. And then we're going downstream, and we're hitting this surf wave. So people can surf on it, but we're just going to do probably a kickflip. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And then booyah. So you have this island, distinct island. And maybe that's a good way to see the islands, too. Like all the trees are kind of brand new coming out of the water compared to, I don't know. But anyway, they're lighter color. Maybe you can tell islands by the light colored trees a little bit more than you could just the hardcore Appalachian Mountains. Anyway, so there's Slant Rock, and super obvious. Let's get back to our overall view, because we're going down the upper Gauley. So let's kind of get angled. Whoa. Okay, so you got our island, and this is just straightforward, but hell yeah. Dane finds 3 waves to kickflip on, like one there, and then one there. So that's good to know. We have a corner and then Geek Wave. And hell yeah. So you have Geek Wave, Slant Rock, Bud's Boner, Insignificant. Alright, we're doing it. So hell yeah, we're gonna go lower Collison Creek. We're gonna do those 3 kickflips.
Gotta get
So
all
hell yeah.
through.
There's the island. We're gonna do 1 right there. I'm just gonna fast forward. We got 2 right there, and then 1 more. We did them all. You can watch the Jane Jackson video, but 3 kickflips. And then, hell yeah, this is Geek Wave. Main wave out here, smaller wave right here. Dane's just going to drop in. Hell yeah. He I love it. He'll just like, I don't know. It's like, he'll get really close to other boaters. At first, I was just like, holy Toledo. But it's the style, you know what I mean? You just do what you want to do. If it was anyone else besides Dane Jackson just dropping in on that guy. Like, if I dropped in on that guy that hardcore, I'd be like, hey, knock it off. Okay, but yeah, he loves just getting super close. It's like, you're just a little rock out there. He's probably going to boof off you. Okay, so, alright, so hell yeah, now we're at Geek Wave, and Geek Wave's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Spend some time if you're a kayaker, because you can just have a nice little eddy. Maybe go pee behind that tree because you're just need to go to the bathroom or something. But anyway, here's your rock right there, and then we do some seal launches. So this rock right here, we do some seal launches, but we first surf it up. There's the main wave.
Dr. Drew and my wife Susan here.
All right, hell yeah. Now we get to see some of the commercial.
This guy all over your feed,
sure.
claiming.
All right, see that guy all over my feed. And hell yeah, now we're going to drop that. So here's the surf waves. He teaches a bunch of other people how to not do it.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, we hear what you're saying, but we don't know how to do it. Maybe I'll change my name to Dane Jackson, and that'll help. Okay, so, okay, booyah. So this is Slant Rock. And so we're done with Geek Wave. And now we're at Slant Rock. Now, Slant Rock. Oh, no. Dane Jackson does do this lower French kiss. So we're going to point it out, because there's something funky here. Like, I would just keep it down the left side. This is all class 2. And this is like, don't mess with funky stuff on the Gauley. But unless you're Dane Jackson, hell yeah, you're gonna hit. Look at this. So you're gonna do this. So right here, yeah, there's funky. Right, you might get your kayak just totally pinned sideways. I don't know. Just funky stuff's gonna go on. You get your whole raft stuck on there. I think that's why the rafters, one of the commercial rafts, like pointed this out in a video and then said something. And it's just like, yeah, you'd be stuck for days right there. And it's just kind of backed up by another rock. But if you're Dane Jackson, you're just going to, you know what I mean? You're just going to do like an airplane turn right here. Now, I don't know. This rock might be totally just, well, it's got a pillow on it. So maybe it's not just a total clamshell. But on the other side of it, I think it's backed up by another rock. You know what I mean? So, and maybe let's exit. Yeah, look at this rock pile of just crap. Oh man. But anyway, he's actually boofing off this thing. But if you were sideways and got your boat kind of chundered into there, I don't know. It's just features. You gotta have some idea of what you're doing and what you're not doing. And so this is stuff that you don't do, and just let Dane Jackson kind of do some interesting stuff over here. All right, so let's get back to our fall flow view. But yeah, that's my take-home point for the upper Gauley. Go huge. Go to the Room of Doom. No one's died in there, but don't try to hit like something stupid. You know, you just get stuck for the rest of your life. All right, and okay, now we're gonna be hitting Slant Rock. So after a spin, all right, perfect, and hell yeah. All right, so here's Slant Rock. The take-home point here. I mean, from our other videos, is hell yeah, you got a lot of, like, the whole thing is just an island of rocks. So as you're approaching it, all you're going to see is just the whole river is an island of rocks, and it looks like a maze through here. But slant rock is very strong left to right, and then you can actually catch the eddy right here, and then there's a surf wave. So if we go right here, hell yeah, you can catch the eddy. Here's your little surf wave. Booyah, that kayaker did a kickflip. Whoa, 2 kickflips, amazing. All right, so that, and now we're Bud's Boner. You know what I mean? And this is how you will not do Bud's Boner, because we're doing the techie line. We're doing Technical City here. Now, maybe if you've done the Gauley for, I don't know, I would just avoid crap like this. Just your little kayak slots, that's where you die. But actually, they're probably pretty clean. Well, you don't mess them up. If you go in with no momentum and get a little... But anyway, what we're doing, Bud's Boner. Hell yeah, we got these square rocks. This is a square rock in the middle. Most people go over here, 2 drops, and then catch this eddy. But we're going behind this rock, and then hell yeah, and then hitting this sieve. And even Dane's like, I was afraid to do this as a kid.
So scared of this move when I was a kid.
Alright, and we just clipped out there, but we go around this rock, and then he turned his camera back on right here. Well, I mean, he just clipped his video, but then we're just going right through that slicey, dicey drop. Holy Toledo. Let's watch this. Man, that just looks... But anyway, it's kind of funky. Definitely kind of funky. But at that flow, see, this is the thing. This is actually classic fall flow. But if we go back and then you hop on the Gauley and then you realize the Meadow River's flowing high, and then actually this upper Gauley's down 500 CFS or even 1,000, and you still think you can do this move, and then you go over here and it's just dry rocks. And you know what I mean? So that's the thing. Know the flow of the upper Gauley. It does change from here to the Meadow River due to the Meadow River. If the Meadow River's got 1,000 CFS coming through it, you know, they'll turn the upper Gauley down by 1,000. All right, anything else on Bud's Boner? I think we just do this. I don't know if we surf Bud's Boner's whole. Nope, we just go right to Insignificant. And this is cool. This is like you'll have to watch some other videos on Insignificant. Because this is like the technicalist line you can actually do. So, but anyway, Insignificant just is nice. Oh, well, actually, you know the classic overviews, but you don't know this one. This is the high gradient area. So you have this like curve, and then it's all green water, and then a curve right here. If this was a waterfall, yeah, this would be like a 4-foot drop. And then again, you have green water, so it's all flat gradient. Here's another kind of ledge system. So you got 2 ledge systems. So what Dane Jackson does is, hell yeah, this is the left chute. But, you know, usually you hit the left chute and you're like, thank God I'm by the big massive hole, and you just go on with life. But not Dane Jackson. You catch it. But this chute is backed up by this rock. Kind of dangerous, but the hardcore kayakers, you'll catch the eddy right here, and then Dane surfs all the way over across the river, across the main current line, and then hits the right side of the main hole. It's amazing. And then what do? Is we go down into no man's land down here, and we'll just turn this off because we got to get that good. And this is just a sieve city. And I don't know, maybe this left sieve is actually, it looks like it's got a chalkstone in it. But anyway, Dane does this sieve. It's the sieve, this is the anvil sticking out, and this is the rock next to the anvil. And we do this, like, even if you're over, even at the low water line is stay over here, but then work your way out in front of the anvil this way and miss it. So you actually have to drop right through here and then work your way out past the anvil. But anyway, we're high water, and we're going to do that kayaker slot. So let's get this back to fall flow. All right, hell yeah, let's do Insignificant. So right here. Oh. All right, right here. The chute is over here. So, but we do some kick flips. I mean, we do some spins to wins. All right, so booyah. Now we're over in the chute. You got to kind of know where the hell the chute is, because if you're over here, it's not way up against the island. It's kind of out into the current, you know what I mean? So let's go back up to the chute. See, the chute puts you out into the main current. If you're right here doing the main line, your kayak has to kind of wait. You got some sleepers, but right here in this triangle, then you get right here and you drive to right here. So you're almost in the same spot this chute ends. So when you're over here, it's not up against the water line of the island. It's kind of out towards the middle. So even right here, here's the water line of the island, and the chute. Here's the right side of the chute. So even this rock, It's, you don't have a very distinct marker for the right goalpost of this chute. This is the right side, and okay, now we're going to drop in. But look at this chute. Holy Toledo. It's backed up by this rock right here, which is kind of a little dicey, so let's just watch it once through. So sorry about the pausing. Okay, hell yeah, drop this chute. But yeah, the chute's backed up by the rocks, so it's a little sketchy. But anyway, now we're going to do that traverse. We're going to traverse across this whole thing. Like I said, traverse across, and we're going to catch the right side of that hole. Hell yeah. And there's the hole right there, and we're just catching the right side, so that's pretty sweet. Okay, now here is the like I said, let's see if we can get a view. Hell yeah. So here's the anvil sticking out, and again, here's that down here. You're doing the kayak sieve right there between the anvil and right here. It looks like this would probably go pretty easily, but we're doing the harder. I don't know. You never know what dangers there are. Don't do stuff like that unless you got local beta. Local beta just means someone who's actually done it a bunch of times and can tell you all the intricacies of it so you don't die. All right, lower, here's the waves below insignificant. And, hell yeah, we're going to surf it up.
Oh, the helix!
All right, hell yeah. So, surfing up the waves below insignificant. Look at that. 1, 2 waves right there. Nice little eddy. I don't know. Let's see what's, oh, this is, well, man, of all the Gauley rapids, after insignificant, I swear, people just turn off their camera. There's hardly any footage of Screaming S-Turn and Pick a Slot, but I think we have Pick a Slot and Iron Curtain on Dane Jackson's. But no one gets Screaming S-Turn. Drives me crazy, because I just want all the rapids, you know what I mean? I don't want to get lost or anything. I just like a complete, but hell yeah, we're surfing it up. Okay, so now we just go right to Pick a Slot. So here's and hopefully I have that right. I think I do. Actually, let's go back up here, because here's your marker. Here's the main corner for Iron Curtain. And these rocks right up here below this house, which is very distinctive, some nice property. But these rocks are red. So this is the curtain of iron, the Iron Curtain. Does that make sense? All right, hell yeah. But it's such in a row. You have Screaming S-Turn and then Pick a Slot. So whatever is right above this property, this house right here, here's your Iron Curtain. But we'll zoom in. I think he's boofing this rock in this little channel, because this is with the Pick a Slot. This is definitely the kayaker's sneak, and the kayaker's sneak over here is a little gnarlier. I forget if kayakers sneak Screaming S-Turn over here on the left side. You'd have to look that one up. But this is a wider sneak, I think, and I'm just gonna assume. Man, it's really hard to. Like these two entrances right here look about the same. Let's do some investigative research. If you're into this video, hell yeah, you kind of want to see. Okay, so we have this triangle rock right there, backed up by that one, and then over here, it's just kind of, well, these rocks are totally covered, and then you have this little seam. So what do we have? So we definitely have a distinct rock in the middle. So you got a little 3-pack. I'm thinking it's this. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. This is your rock in the middle. There's your little 3-pack. Because if we go back, historical images. All right, hell yeah. Those two rocks are just covered right there, and there's your little 3-pack. All right, so this is Pick a Slot. Hell yeah. So this is the kayakers. So you can also go this way and get behind this, but no, this right here, this is your kayaker slot. Pick a slot. If you want to drop this, drop that, do a little spin, do whatever. But this is kind of how you avoid the whole rapid of Pick a Slot. Hell yeah, now we're at Iron Curtain. So we went around this corner. Let's get our view, and then hell yeah, super straightforward rapid. You do have this rock down here. I didn't realize it was a triangle, but this is your sperm whale rock. Very cool, very cool. And then right here, here's your indecision rock. You got to go right or left of that thing, even though it's really far away. All right, hell yeah, but just more kick flips because we're Dane Jackson. Probably do one right there. No, we just got some airtime. That was pretty sweet. He wanted to do something. All right, so now we're in the land of unnamed rapids. After Iron Curtain, and I'm just going to go to the north view because this you might see maps of the Gauley River. And then so hell yeah, you have your put in. Here's your first major corner. This is insignificant. And then you have this box over here. You know, very distinct outside corners. Like I said, iron curtain on that corner. And then very distinct corner over here, you got Pillow Rock. And here's Fairfax Ferry. This is where you walk down. So these two corridors are very distinctive when you're on the river. You could actually see these outside corners. Hell yeah. But right here, in between Iron Curtain and Pillow Rock, you got like 1, 2, 3, 4-ish, 5, like 4-ish unnamed rapids. So we're gonna zoom into these, and we don't have any footage of these in this one, but hell yeah, this rock right here. This is what he's doing that. This is flat rock right here, land of the flat rocks. And even this is kind of interesting because you're over here and you're just like, whoa, I'm just through a maze of rocks. It literally doesn't look like you can actually go, especially this one. You're just going to go into this pocket corner, but you can put a 10-foot raft through there. So just to let you know, else just get the hell back to the current and don't get stuck. But anyway, we're just going to watch this and we're going to do a little splat. Oop, I don't know why I'm doing this. Anyway. And well, let's see, moving on, doing some more. But hell yeah, so there's the... So you're just like, oh, what's over there? You know what I mean? Should I get back to the main current? Yes, you should. But if you go over there, you can probably paddle out of it. There's like hardly any flow, but there's that little drop. All right, moving on. And any more of... All right, so here's your distinct outside corner and then Pillow Rock. So we're just moving our way down stream, and now we have some of these other rocks. I think that's kind of where we're at. Okay,
hey,
now
I'm
we gotta
Joey,
watch a commercial,
and I'm one of the
but
30
we're at
AI
Pillow Rock.
voices from SpeechLab. You listen to this.
All right, hell yeah. So now we're at Pillow Rock, and life is good. And let's see what we do. Oh yeah, his pillow line is insane. Okay, hell yeah, this is crazy. Okay, so
Oh yeah, Pillow
you're
Rock.
just like, where is he? Okay, so anyway, so yeah, hell yeah, we got Pillow Rock. Let's get it, and let's get oriented. Booyah. So here's how you want to look at a rapid from top to bottom. So you got this main rock right. Well, let's see. Where is your boof rocks? Let's take a look at all the rocks in here. Hell yeah. All right. So now we're gonna go back to here, and we don't have but here is the left channel. This is the distinct left channel. Just stay down this. You know what I mean? Figure it out. Here's your center channel. This rock. Well, not this rock, but you kind of use this as your marker. But there's another rock right here as your exit. And well, maybe it is as well. Anyway, there's an exit rock where you put your right hip up again, so you don't get into a hole. But anyway, so this kayaker is surfing this right here. So this is pretty cool. So this kayaker is surfing this feature right here. Dane Jackson is gonna drop this hole right here, and then yeah, this is so interesting. So what we're going to do is gonna go back. Because the footage is just like, where are you? You know what I mean? So we're dropping this rock right here, catching the eddy, waiting for our buddy to surf, and then paddling back into it. So here we go. So we're going to drop this, and then we're going to clip out, and then we're going to be booyah, boo. We're just right into this surf wave. So here's the rock that we dropped. We eddied, and then waited for our buddy. So let's watch that one more time. So our buddy's surfing. We're gonna drop this, turn, surf, catch the eddy. I mean, and then peel out and surf, and then we're just surfing the top of Pillow. It's gotta be a cool feeling. Hell yeah, you should always do. If you can do this, do this. You know what I mean? This is such a baller move. Just surfing the top of Pillow Rock because you can. You know what I mean? Just surf like for 10 minutes right there. Anyway, and so now we're that literally probably was the rock that he boofed. Nah, I don't know, but okay, we're peeling off downstream, and booyah, and a lot of spinning. But anyway, we're catching the Room of Doom. So I'm just gonna show you this. People don't know how to catch the Room of Doom. You have this crazy lateral right here, you know what I mean, and then kind of more laterals to, and then so everyone catches this late, like down here, like you're gonna catch it over here. No, you really got to treat it like this. You got to catch the eddy behind this point right here, and you have huge laterals. So if you're over here, this room of doom is at a higher elevation. So if you're already hitting this lateral right here, well, you can't even get up into there. So you actually got to get up over this lateral right here. And once you're on top of this lateral, then hell yeah, then you're just at the same elevation of that room of doom. So you got a marker off that lateral, and here we go. We're gonna figure out where that lateral is. Booyah! And it's well, let's get some footage. I thought I had some. I had a nice stop point where I could show this lateral. But anyway, probably the lateral, like right here, like these two right here. Don't get low. You got to go right up against the. Yeah, just like right there. That's kind of where you're aiming for. Yeah, so just right up against, even just right here, hit this lateral, paddle up through that wave right there. Because if you hit it too low, then you're at a lower elevation, and then you're getting surfed off. So hell yeah, just really push into that, and then hell yeah, it's a 1-2 up with those 2 laterals, and then you're in the room. All right, booyah. Now it's tough to get out of the room of doom with a small raft, that's for sure. The kayak is not too bad.
Watch it, I'm gonna paddle upside down for this.
Alright, so now you can watch a Dane drop pillow rock seal launch, but the next thing we're going to come to, so you can watch that if you want, but next thing we're going to come to, I'm sure we play around on this, but anyway, so this is the rapid after pillow, probably indistinctive after you've done pillow rock, but what we have here, this is kind of our, I'll just call it the helicopter rock. I don't know, I think on the emergency response map there is a helicopter landing site around here, and I just assume it's this rock. I bet you could land a helicopter on that rock. I don't know. But anyway, and then Dane does a seal launch off of that rock, and then the next rapid that we actually come to is Scales. So that's kind of, if you, like, what the hell is going on after Pillow Rock, 'cause that's all I was focused on. Well, you have Scales, and then Bubble Rock, this corner, Hungry Mother, we don't have any footage of that. But then we have Meadowview 1, Meadowview 2, and then this river comes in, Meadow River, and then Lost Paddle. Alright, so, but we do have, you know, Chillin'. He actually gives a little kid some stardom at Helicopter Rock.
To the run bin. Oh, pretty good. Nice.
Hell yes, that kid's like, yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm baller, and I'm like 12.
That's it.
And I styled Pillow Rock, so life is good. So anyway, and then Dane gets up onto this. He figures out a way to use a rope and something and climbing gear.
Yeah.
And then he does 2 seal launches. Maybe just 1, maybe 2. But anyway, and then we got to move on. But hell yeah, there's a great view of Pillow Rock up there, this rapid below Pillow. And then you got the helicopter rock.
Underneath.
Alright, and then we drop it. We got to watch some commercials.
Are you sick and tired of watching your cash burn away from rising utility costs?
Oh, it looked great. By the time I saw you, it looked, I was for.
Alright, so hell yeah. So now we're at, this is Scales. Now this isn't going to be a very good view of Scales because we just do like, but Scales has got a right and left entrance. So let's get down to Scales. So Scales, think of it as this is one scale and that's the other scale. You go right or left and then you finish right or left. You know what I mean? I don't know, just kind of a balanced rapid. You do you. But hell yeah, so we're just entering this left side and then we probably boof here. You always like boof off this is the kayaker's boof. This is the kayaker rock boof right there if you just want to boof over that. There's some footage of that. We'll see what we do here. So we entered and yeah, and then here's the kayaker's boof off that rock. Booyah. Alright, so we did it. Now the next thing up is Bubble Rock. You know what I mean? And but this is a cool area for kayakers because you can actually, I think Peyton Love says you can like kind of like do a repeat. You can kind of catch an eddy circle in here, and maybe it's this one right here. That would probably be pretty obvious. Just like keep doing this little donut. But anyway, Bubble Rock's right there, and we're gonna probably drop over it. Hell yeah, there's Bubble Rock. You know what I mean? Very distinctive. But it's just right at the end of this. So this rapid right here, and you kind of look for the little frowny, and then that's just your little boof. All right, Hungry Mother, but then we got Meadowview. I don't know what the next view. I don't think we have any Hungry Mother on Dane Jackson. He doesn't surf it up like the rafts or anything. Oh yeah, so this is all the way down. So I mean, just for reference. Let's get zoomed out. So hell yeah, you got Hungry Mother, and if you do surf it, you got to go left of this island. This is a killer undercut. Swimmers would just go right into this before they bounced off, and they totally might die. So I would call this Meadowview 1 because it's very similar to the Meadowview Rapid proper. Bigger island, bigger channels, left and right. There's hardly any footage over here except the ace footage from the side, and it is kind of like a zigzag drop, 2 little chutes. So it's definitely tight and 2 little chutes, 2 little drops. But over here, you know what I mean, it's just pick your way. And off this rock right here, Dane's doing a splat. This is your rock that you want to get. Like these two, you want to, if you're doing this channel over here, well, pretty easy to paddle away from these two. But anyway, this is Meadowview, and this is the rock we're splatting off. And this is the view of that. And I think that's about it. And now I think we're into lost paddle territory. Well, it's so interesting when a kayaker clips. So we're in the same area. Like we're just like 2 seconds downstream, and but yeah, yep. Now this is Suckers Go Right. A raft won't fit through here, I guess, on this right channel. It looks like it can, but it won't, and then you'll just be stuck. That's the one you'd be stuck there for days. Anyway, okay.
I was curious after all that time in Charlotte and all the time skin to wind if I'd be cold on the colder water, but...
All right, so now we are doing something that you probably have never seen before, because this is where, like, keep it simple on the upper Gauley, you know what I mean, until you've done it a bunch of times, and then you're running with people that have done all the other moves. But yeah, keep it simple, you know what I mean. So most people just think this first drop of lost paddle, well, it's very indicative of, like, insignificant. You kind of have a fan at the top, variety of ways to, like, channel out down this right channel, but very distinct right channel here. And even second drop, you have this rock island, very small but distinctive, and very distinctly puts the channel into 2 channels, and everyone just goes to the right. You just don't think there's anything over here. So what Dane does is we drop this feature right here, this channel on the left of lost paddle, and we drop here, drop there, and then we fish our way out there. So it's kind of 3 hits that we'll see on camera, and then we and there's other footage of kayakers doing the sneak. This is the video boater sneak. You get right here and then catch this eddy and then set up for your video boating. But also, this is a kayaker sneak of lost paddle. It's actually, like, if you have someone show you this, it could be a decent thing. But, well, like you said, you're trading off flipping over and not being able to roll up between getting pinned and your life's over. You know what I mean? So that's kind of that's where, if you got a lot of beginners trying to do technical, you know what I mean, sneaks and skirts, you know, it's just more dangerous. Just, it's the upper Gauley. If you can't just hit big waves and, you know what I mean, tip over and then right yourself, even in a raft, if you can't just hit big waves and tip over and then clean it up, you know what I mean, I don't know. That's kind of the barrier to entry for difficult class 4, class 5 rivers. All right. And so yeah, so right here we're at this fluffy wave. You know what I mean? This is something you've probably never seen before. Lost paddle, left channel. All right, so this big fluffy wave first, and then this kind of second little drop right here, and then we got to exit. So we got to exit down there, and then here's our exit back to the middle. Okay, so now exactly what I said. There, and then exit right there back to the middle, and now we're going to do the second drop lost paddle. Let's see what we do. Hell yeah, classic. We're probably going to do a kickflip. Booyah. Hell yeah, so classic Y50. Now we'll see where we go. Maybe we just clip out. Okay, third drop. Alright, let's see what we do. We hit the hole. Hell yeah, and then just go sky high. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, now the fourth drop. So anyway, I didn't show you the third drop. So, you know, and we don't go through Six-Pack Rock with Dane. But third drop's right here, very one and done. Kayakers will go right to left. If you got to hit the side of this wave if you want the total, you know, total ease down this left side. Or I don't know, just peace of mind. Tag this and then drive past the hole on the left. because you want to be over here for your kayak setup. I don't know. Else go to the right and then catch this eddy. That might be easier too. But in a kayak, you might just tip over. Actually, in a kayak for your first time, I would charge this, then you got all that momentum. You're not just throwing your boat into a real sharp eddy. Hell yeah. And then you got fourth drop. And fourth drop, side of fatality over here. So if a body is just floating down this left side, they go kind of right into this toilet bowl sieve. A lot of sieves for just legs to actually just get sucked right in, and that was kind of one of the fatalities. But it's just kind of interesting. So here's this left side. So we got Dane Jackson kind of running this left side, and you know, don't make it seem like it looks easy, but it potentially has that effect. And now I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, he's dropping right here into this little cauldron, not this way. So he's not dropping from that direction. But yeah, it's just this little tight little cauldron, and then he works his way out, and then still gets to do the male slot. All right, so let's watch that. But here's this tight little cauldron, and I'm just going to back it up because I think on Peyton Love's video, I think it's really hard to tell, you know, just like exactly where you are because it's low water, but like the sieve is like, there's just a real nasty sieve right here. If you actually just go over here, it's just a little toilet bowl to get all your feet and body chalked in. But like you can, technically, potentially you can squeeze your body through. But with the life jacket, you got a lot of stuff that gets caught. But this little drop right here, you know what I mean? It doesn't look, so in R1 actually went over here, you know what I mean? Just a little raft, a little plop and drop. So at the end of the day, it's probably, you know what I mean? So here's just if your body goes through here, you just can't fit through there. You know what I mean? And so there's just an unfortunate tragedy that a guy died, I think, just right here. You know what I mean? Had the guy just dropped this drop, probably ain't no thing. Like this rock to the right is caved out. You know, that thing's caved out, but you got water kind of flowing the opposite way through. But you see how sieved out it is. So all the water flows through this shore sieve and then flows exit out through here. So, yeah, just real unfortunate. And it's weird. I mean, you can't, you know, the name of the game is swim your ass to shore on fourth drop if you're swimming at third drop or second drop. You just get the hell to the left shore. But if you're on the left shore, I just think it was a fluky deal where, you know, the guy didn't drop over this little kettle and then just went totally right into the, you know, just the worst part imaginable. So yeah, so this sieve right here, there's just no getting out of it. It's a sucky little, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just an awful place. An awful place for the unexpected. But if you're swimming, literally, you know what I mean? If you're kind of like the class 5 boater and then you're just like, whoa, we effed up, and then I'm coaching someone, I'm coaching other people to like, you know, they can't get to shore and I'm swimming with them and I'm giving them coaching directions, I would say have them just plop this drop, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm giving bad advice there. I think from my general knowledge, that's the nasty sieve. It's the trying to get out. I mean, if you're already deep down this rapid and you're trying to, you know, bump up against shore, this is where you die going through. If you're at the top of that, you just get sucked right through there, and that's nasty. But over here, hell yeah, you just kind of funnel your way through it, fall flow. There's enough. So anyway, all right, let's move on, and so we do a little. Oh, we do a mystery move. Yeah, that's got such a downward suction, and then we do the male slot. And the male slot, little classic. It's not this one. Now a raft at fall flow can just fit right through there. Even a 14-foot can probably shimmy if they angle it. Definitely small boats. But this is kayakers only, but the male slot's right there. And hell yeah. And after the male slot, we look the upstream view and see how you have kind of this triangle. It's interesting looking at something for the upstream view. You might only have seen the male slot from videos in the downstream view, but once you turn around, hell yeah, it looks different. So hell yeah. So here's the male slot, and then we turn around and then we kind of surf that little wave right there or whatever. Spend some time. So there's the male slot again. It looks different. Yeah, it looks different from this from the downstream view looking up. Alright, so what's after fourth drop lost paddle? We got Conestoga, and hell yeah, there's Conestoga Rock. See, I got a pretty good memory. So Conestoga Rock is, but I don't know, you know what I mean? I think you need to actually know rapids. You need to know kind of what they look like from Google Earth. I think that is totally important. The two things. If you only got two things, you need to know what they look like from Google Earth and what they look like when your butt is at water level, because you can't see crap. You know what I mean? So you just kind of have a technical entrance up here, left to right. But you do have surf waves up here. There's not enough footage of like raft surfing these waves up here. These are great. And it kind of dangerous, because if you have people falling out, there's just no good safety eddy. And you do have this is a killer spot right here. This is, you would fall out and die if you got bodies surfing here. This is the center hole on Conestoga. Oh, and then this Conestoga is named by this rock because it looks like a Conestoga wagon. See how it looks like a fluffy canvas-topped wagon, and that's a Conestoga wagon. That's the name for those fluffy-topped wagons. Anyway, so right here, we're actually going to go to our rock view. See, yeah, this hole, decent pour over, even at low flow, and it's just backed up by a rock. So there's no exit. See how the exit is out the right? So Dane Jackson does this left to right move. You know what I mean? In a kayak, if you tried to just go up and over, you would just go right back in and then just start surfing until you drowned, maybe. You know what I mean? So it's a drowning opportunity. I don't know. I think it is the site of fatality from that Ace video. But hell yeah, right, left to right is the kayak, run of this hole. And we're going to go back to our historical images. All right, so anyway, Conestoga. And how you do it is just go down this left side. Just find these two channels. Just get all the way over to the left shore. Avoid all these little drops. And it seems like maybe this is the center drop and this is an okay one. No. You really have to work to get all the way around here to avoid these. Else, if you don't work that hard, you just go over the center drop. Where technically, this right drop is probably just fine. You know what I mean? These right, because you have, you can do these right side drops, and then you have right side exits that are also real tight and narrow. Anyway, let's see what we do at Conestoga Rock. Probably just some spins off of that. So there is a little kayaker slot right at Conestoga. So, man, it doesn't look like it from this footage, but yeah, let's. I think that's Conestoga Rock. It's very broad and flat. Oh no, damn. Oh, that's so interesting. So this huge one is not Conestoga. It's just this mini one. This mini one is actually the one that's shaped like a Conestoga. So yeah, that's interesting how the Gauley is so big. You know what I mean? So perspective, this is that Conestoga Rock. So we're gonna take a look at that. All right, so that's the Conestoga Rock. The rock downstream. This big one, that's something else. But hell yeah, you do have a little kayaker's sneak. So I'm glad I did that. And then that's the way to, keep your markers in check. Okay, here's fall flow again. And again, we drop this left to right hole after we do these spins. So let's just get to there. Because I think it clips out and we just show this. Yep, so we're still at that Conestoga. Oh no, we're somewhere different. Okay, so we do this sneak, and then can we see that larger rock? I think we can. So it's wider, but here's that larger rock that I thought was Conestoga. So all this feeds to the right, and oh, this is interesting. So now we're just kind of surfing maybe this rock or something. Very interesting. Oh, it's this rock right here then. Yeah. So there's a surf wave right above that rock. That's very interesting. So, all right, good to know. Yeah, we're over on the right side of the river because there's just a little channel over there. So right here, Dane Jackson is surfing up this, and then we drop left to right. So this is pretty cool. Just watching a pro kayaker use like every single surf wave, every single feature on the river. So here's that left to right. We'll watch it one more time because there's that gnarly hole. It doesn't look like much, but you can't tell that it's backed up by a rock, and there's just no exits to this hole. So if you're caught in here, you'd have to actually swim real hard to get out this way. Because if you do the whole Maytag thing and go under, you're just going to run into that rock, and then the current's just going to keep you there. you really have to fight for this right channel. But if you're Dane, it's just whoopty-scoopty, and then you're just right there. Okay, and then here's these left exits that I was talking about. They're real tight, just real tight left exits. So, all right, hell yeah. So the name of the game is a Conestoga. Just stay down that whole left bank.
If for anything too far right, you just land on a rock.
All right, so this is Shipwreck Rock, and it's great advice and take home point on this, because rafts will get all buggered up. You can't, if you're in this wave train, like if you hit this wave train nice and straight, you're gonna get there's a rock. So here, I think the main channel, I would not do the right. I've never seen very good people just kind of pinball their way down this right side as a safer way to go. Stick to the left channel, and then when you find and then cross where you feel that you can avoid all rocks, because people are just going to fall out on this upper top side. You know, the top part of this right side of this rapid. All right, so we're going to go down this left side, and so let's look at this again, because we have a distinct wave train, and you want to be to the left of this wave train, because and then Dane Jackson is even just to the left side of the peaking part of the wave. If you're to the right side, you're going to run into this rock. You know what I mean? You're going to get your whole raft stuck right there onto that rock, and then yeah. So that rock is just right at the surface. All right, and obviously you want to be left of this thing. And a little kayak slot, hell yeah.
Love that combo. So good.
All right, so now we're gonna run the, Shipwreck Rock left side. A lot of spinning, so we really couldn't see too much there. All right, and then just downstream of Shipwreck Rock, you got Dane Jackson Splat Rock, which is, I guess, this one right here. So there you go. If you want to go, do whatever Dane Jackson's doing right now on this rock right here, at least you know where it is. It's you got Shipwreck, and then hell yeah, go find that rock. That's where Dane Jackson was. All right, so then the next up, let's see what we got. Oh, I forgot about this. I bet you this is a pretty decent surf wave in here. This is totally an unnamed rapid before we get to Iron Ring, because you got Shipwreck Rock and Iron Ring. So this is, like, I don't think we have footage of this rapid. I want to get some footage of that to see if there's anything there. But anyway, so Dane Jackson gets right here, and then we surf it up. We do some surfing before we do Iron Ring, of course. But hell yeah, just right before Iron Ring, hell yeah, you got this little ledge. And so we know we're splatting this, and let's get down to that other ledge. All right, so right here. So here's your so right before Iron Ring, yeah, you have this little drop, and then yeah, we're just surfing kind of right here. So that's where we're at. That's where Dane Jackson's at. All right, hell yeah. Now we're doing the Iron Ring way that you shouldn't do. You know what I mean? And it's real techy. Holy Toledo. Because what you have at Iron Ring, kind of same thing with Insignificant. You have two distinct drops. So see where it's all green water? So this is all your flat gradient until here. And now you have white water, a very distinct arc of white water. So you have, like this is just like a 4-foot waterfall. And then right here you do have green water maybe, so this is kind of like a similar gradient. And then you got another huge band of white. So this is another 4-foot waterfall. And this literally is, it's like maybe more than that. It's like a 6 to 8 feet drop into another 6 to 8 feet. It's like 16 feet of, yeah, you look upstream and you're just like, whoa, you're way up. You're like 2 stories, like a 2-story. I don't know, but it's distinctive. It's like once you're at the below Iron Ring, definitely quickly turn your boat around and just look at how stair-step this rapid is. And I think since I've mentioned it, you actually get that. And then looking at the Google, yes, you have, if you're a huge giant, you would step right here on this glassy water, then you'd step here on this glassy water, and then you'd step down there. So anyway, and then this rocket, you need to watch low water footage. There's just water going underneath there. There's just a cave of water. There's just like a flat rock that's just kind of angled into the water, but it makes this eddy real stiff. That's not what we're getting at. We're getting at, so you do have a level gradient after this 4-foot drop. So what Dane's going to do is we're going to do these kayak sieves, whether it's over here or over here, I have no idea. But we're going to drop down here, catch this eddy, and then once we do that, Well, we might actually be all the way down here, because then we're going to ferry across this main current, and we're going to ferry in front, because you got Woodstock Rock that you definitely want to avoid. So let's take a look. Holy Toledo! So this is low water. Look at this Woodstock Rock. That thing is just huge and just bulbous and sticking out, and it makes the whole. I mean, you'll just run into it if you go on this left side. So anyway, when these kayakers are over here, they're going to do a strong ferry across. And let's get back to fall flow. All right, hell yeah, let's see that. And let's see if we can actually figure out where we are. I would assume it's this, just right here, but I don't know. Well, let's find out. Yeah, it's very far left slot, and then kind of just work our way back all the way to hell yeah, and then we're just right here. So we're just working through this eddy water, and then we'll eddy across right in front of that Woodstock Rock. Hell yeah. And yeah, Woodstock's just to the left, so that was perfect. All right, so this is one little feature. So there is just a little nubbin rock, if you wanted to know, you know what I mean, what the hell's below. So you got a nubbin rock around this corner. You have a surprise hole, because you want to keep it together, because if you tip it surprise hole, you want to get right of Keegan Falls. I don't think we have well, I think we got Keegan's Falls actually. But anyway, so after Iron Ring, sure, you have this little nubbin. You know what I mean? So there you go. Dane Jackson's doing something on that nubbin. Anytime you pass this nubbin, you'd be like, hell yeah, Dane Jackson did that. Little mystery move. All right. So yeah, this is surprise hole. No, we have it all. It's amazing how, you know, as long as you're a class 5 kayaker, even the simplest class 2 is just super cool. So here you go. So this would be called your surprise hole, or just like a pretty stiff wave. Sometimes probably a hole. Maybe the hole is maybe over here. But here's your Keegan's Falls down here, where you have to go river right, and the left side is yeah. Anyway, so let's look at where we're at, because that's the next thing around the corner. So Google Earth. So you have this surprise. It's a wave train, but yeah, it's a pretty stiff breaking wave right here, and it might surprise you. Oh, no. He's on this wave train right here, and then you do have the surprise hole right there maybe. So we might be on the wave train. And then, yeah, then here's the surprise hole. You got to figure out how to get through that little hole. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a left to right to get over here, because here's how you drop Keegan's Falls. This is another one. If you swim, you just do not want your body swimming over the left side of Keegan's Falls. But the right channel is just super easy. You're like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But just that left side, do not swim over that left side. So here's around where that surprise hole is. There's the surprise hole. So yeah, maybe this would flip a small boat. Maybe even a big boat too, if you had no momentum. And so here's Keegan's Falls. There's never puts footage of Keegan's Falls, you know, way up here where you can actually look on this left side. But yeah, this left side's real nasty, and everyone just shows this tongue, so that's where we are. We're just going down the tongue of Keegan's Falls. Now, I don't know if we got double dilemma. We'll find out. Do we have double dilemma? Oh, so there's the upstream view of Keegan's Falls. Keegan's Falls is marked by this little pointy rock, and that's always distinctive. You maybe see that even from the upstream view. Here's your right channel, and then stay away from this whole left side. Be a very dangerous place to swim. Because I think it's backed up again. Backed up by, you know, just more rocks and stuff. Well, let's take a look. Low water footage. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious. Maybe it's just a steep pour over where, yeah, you got some rocks that are backed up. Yeah, some rocks right there. Maybe you just get body surfed. You know what I mean? You ain't coming out of it, because it's a pretty flat. It's a pretty wide pour over. No exits. Maybe. Okay. So, all right. Double dilemma. I don't know if I think we got footage double dilemma, but it's kind of the last thing you're going to come to before, like, fingernail rock. Kind of another, just easy peasy. And then, but yeah, double dilemma. Hell yeah. Is your class, big class 4 before, you know, Sweets Falls being your class 5. So, I don't know. Let's see if we got any double dilemma footage. Did we get it all? Oh, no. We just get fingernail rock. So, oh, no. This is not this is double dilemma. Holy Toledo. Well, I don't know. So this rock right here, let's see if we can figure it out. It's either this one right there, or they're just all the way down here. Oh, here's Fingernail Rock. So that's not they're not on Fingernail Rock. Fingernail Rock's way over here on the left. So they're literally splatting this top rock of Double Dilemma up here. They're having a good time right on that. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's I would assume that's just Keegan's Falls up there.
Woo.
And, oh, what's this? Yeah, I think this is more Double Dilemma. So we clipped out, but,
Woo.
you know, we had a couple clips in here, but, so yeah, hell yeah, I think we splatted this, and then is that right? Would that make sense? Just going right up on that thing. It looks a little different, but I don't see. Oh no, we're just right there. So okay, so here's this rock. Oh, so cool. So okay, so yeah, we got intermediate. So in between Keegan's Falls, you have this Dane Jackson splat rock right there, nice and flat, and then go up and do a trick on it, and that's what we're doing right there. Okay, I'm glad I did some sleuthing, because I don't want anything to be inaccurate in this video. I don't think anything is. I think we've covered all our bases. But hell yeah, a little splat. But now we're into Double Dilemma, and obviously we're going to take a crazy line through Double D. The simple line, or actually, I mean, this is class 4, but so like right here, you got to drop to the left of. Oh, so this there's a hole in a rock right here that's going to mess you up. So you enter somewhere over here, and you got to drive to the right of this. And yes, I think you can teapot with a small raft just left of this rock, but this juts out all the way over here. So you actually kind of have to, you know, kind of enter to the left side of this rock, but then pretty much drive kind of hard right, you know, so it is a quick little move to avoid this. Else, you're going to have people just fall out, and I got some good footage of that, just people falling out, and then, you know, it's no big deal, but get them back in the boat before the bottom. It wouldn't be a pleasant swim. All right, but if we're Dane, we're going right through these. This is the little kayak slot between those two boulders. All right, and hell yeah, we're going to watch that. All right, so now we're down on that left side. You know, I mean, just up against those boulders. Well, let's see if we can actually. So we're at the bottom of Double D. So yeah, we're just down there. So that'll be our marker, that main rock, and hell yeah, we're just right in front of it. Yeah. Well, we're already behind it. Okay. So hell yeah. So we're behind this rock, and then we're over here. Holy Toledo. Okay. So interesting. So we took the left line at Double D. And maybe we'll just do this. So yeah, so we actually took the left line, and then we're over here. So let's take a look at this one more time, because this is interesting. All right, so here's the crack. All right, so we have the rock behind us, and here is the left line at Double Dilemma. And oh well. Actually, again, I might be mistaken, because this is your classic left line at Fingernail Rock, where you want to go over here. So let's go. Let's get back to our fall flow view. Yeah, so we might be. Yeah, we're right here. Oh, I'm glad he has this. So he actually has every rapid. This is Fingernail. So we're done with Double D. You know, we did this crack through Double D, and then he doesn't show anything. You know, there's nothing. He doesn't do anything, you know, noteworthy through Double D. But then we're at this left side of Fingernail Rock, which there's hardly any footage of too. Everyone just kind of goes down this easy, avoids anything, you know, close to this, because a lot of water just goes right underneath it. It's literally just flat rocks, just like resting on top of other rocks, and you just go underneath it like it's like a canopy. But anyway, so here's your left side at Fingernail Rock. And hell yeah, we got some footage of that. And if we look back, then we'll have, so we're looking back at Fingernail Rock. So there you go. And there's that left side at Fingernail. Okay, hell yeah. And now we're just at the, you got NutraSweet, and then Sweets Falls. And then so we have this little, you know what I mean, kayakers rocks, kind of like helicopter rock on pillow. But yeah, just a little place to chill out. Before, oh, we got surfers. Maybe they're doing something too. That's interesting. All right, we are almost done. We got Sweets Falls and and then a couple more, then the hike out. Alright, let's just get to Sweets Falls. I'm trying to record this all in one go. Man, I have to use the bathroom real bad, so I'll just be rocking back and forth until the end of this. But let's do it. This will be good motivation to like get the hell on with it. Alright, so at Sweets Falls, we're totally, you know what I mean, we're totally doing the Energizer run, which actually is probably, you know, even if you're a new raft, well, I don't know. I would rather go over Energizer hole. I would rather have my guide take me over Energizer, just with hell of a lot of speed, and maybe backload the boat a little bit, than to go into Dildo and just have a bomb go off. That looks like the crappiest. You know, all the newer guides, they just float right into Dildo and just almost die. But anyway, so Energizer holes on this right side. Everyone's terrified. Well, no, you do want to find the seam, and the seam is close to the Dildo, which makes it tricky. And you definitely want to stay away from Energizer. But in a kayak, and I bet you even a small raft, you can just boof it. So that's what we're doing. We're just, well, not a small, I don't know. Yeah, you probably boof it in a small raft. Hell yeah. And we're doing 2 runs. So we're doing, so this is the second run, boofing Energizer again. Hell yeah. Alright, so now we're just getting on with it. And there's some cool stuff. So I love after Sweets Falls, because you have all these big boulders. You know, you kind of have you kind of just have so like we might be just like right here, just kind of on this little feature. And if we zoom down, you just kind of have a hall of large boulders before you have and then just on the way out, if you do the Bacchus branch, so we're doing this real easy. We're not going all the way to we're not doing the middle Gauley. So like right here is our corner. This is where this is the Bacchus branch. We'll actually take out just right above this rapid. Maybe yeah, I think you have to take it above. Oh, well, let's see. No. Even less. Right here. So here's your Bacchus branch takeout, and I think you get to do Gillespie's Hole. That's the last rapid. So you got Gillespie's Hole, Nemesis, and then you have Thumper, and then here was the Sweets Falls, and then here's the rocks. And then here's your Bacchus branch. And then you park up here, and then here's your hike. It's literally like a quarter mile. I don't know, but it's hella steep. And all right, so let's. Oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. All right, hell yeah, I'm back. Whew, man. Hopefully I can edit that out on YouTube. Alright, hell yeah. So we got, these big boulders at the bottom of Sweets Falls. Let's see where we're at. You know, we're just surfing, doing some paddle spinning, satisfied with our day. And, yeah, it's just kind of a cool area. You know what I mean? There's definitely a big triangle rock. I bet you we could find that. But, yeah, you have Sweets Falls, and then you just have all sorts of cool, you know, big old rocks. I think the triangle rock's, let's say, right there. Hell yeah. And just kind of like a hall of boulders before Thumper. You know what I mean? Before kind of your next thing. Just such a cool little area. It's so satisfying after you've done Sweets Falls. Alright, here's Thumper. Now any rapid that's named Thumper is just probably just chunky holes. And that's exactly what we got here. And we're doing the kayaker slot. You know what I mean? So even on Thumper, we're hell yeah, going right through there. Alright, let's do the kayaker slot on Thumper. Booyah. Now at Thumper, I would just go, you know what I mean? How you're going to do is just go down this wave train and go hit some chunky holes at the bottom. And then right after that, you got Nemesis, you know what I mean? So this is your little teapot drop over here, or your left to right move. This is classic. As a kayaker and a raft, you just go this left to right move right through these 2 boulders. You get a 14-foot raft in there, no problem. Or you got this little teapot drop on the left. And then, so that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to do a little teapot right there. And since we're spinning so much, we can hardly tell what the hell we're going over. But there's your little teapot drop. Okay, hell yeah. So now we're just kind of done and satisfied. We're probably, you know, we got Gillespie's Hole, but we're, hell yeah. So we're just Gillespie's Hole, and then that's it. So we are somewhere in these rocks, or just over here and then finish in the day, or we're just below Gillespie's hole. But anyway, this will be the last little spin and footage of Dane Jackson on the Upper Gauley, and we did it. And okay, hell yeah. Well, maybe that's the right side of Gillespie's hole. So let's see if we can identify that, just to make sure we identify them all. I didn't do my research on this last one, but it is good to know where you are, especially on the. So we're probably right here, right there. Do we see those 3 hits? 1, 2, and then 3 right there, and then a rock right there. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, is this Gillespie's hole? Ooh, I shouldn't just be saying stuff. Let's see. No. This is Gillespie's hole after Bacchus Branch. This is totally an unnamed rapid. So yeah, you just have an unnamed rapid below Bacchus Branch. Yeah, because Gillespie's has got a pretty decent hole right in the middle right here. Right there. There's Gillespie's hole. So you have a big old wide ledge surf wave up here. You can just punch anywhere, but it is wide, and then you drive all the way back to the right to avoid Gillespie's on the right. That's the classic line. But yeah, I'm glad I pointed that out. This is just such a unnamed rapid before Bacchus Branch, and definitely don't drop that. Well, it looks like you got Bacchus Branch. You got a lower put in and upper put in probably. I don't know, but anyway, and so yeah, we're basically done. But Dane does this hike. So this is because this Bacchus Branch. Look at this road. You know what I mean? It goes all the way up here, and then it gets back with the Panther Mountain Road. But they sometimes close this gate. My research is from when I was there about 5-6 years ago or whatever, maybe even longer. But yeah, depending, only this road to Woods Ferry was open, and then this meets up all the way back up here, on top. So you have this gate up here to Bacchus Branch, and then keep going to Woods Ferry. Those are your 2 takeouts. But I swear Bacchus Branch was only open some of the days, not all the days for the Gauley Fest. But anyway, and like on the Fridays and the Mondays or something like that. But if you're just a kayaker, you can park right in this field and then just hike out. So here you go. So this is the field that you park in, and we might be able to see more distinctive the road going in there. And I don't know, it looks totally private, you know what I mean? But it just maybe looks like something that you're able to do, kind of the secret sauce if you know what you're doing, and you just hike out the Upper Gauley. But then it just makes your shuttle so much easier. All right, let's finish this video up. Hell yeah. Yeah, just more ledges. So, yeah, do we want to look at those? Hell yeah. So now we're on that main ledge. Yeah, so that's very distinct. You know what I mean? This unnamed rapid, you kind of got that main ledge there. Let's look at that one more time. Hell yeah, that main ledge. And then you kind of... So I like to have a ton of markers so I kind of know where I'm at. We're even got another ledge, just right at the... maybe we're just right down here. I don't know. Maybe we're just right over here. But that's it. And it's going to be Dane Jackson's last spin, and then he's got to hike out.
That was glorious. Now it's time for the hike out. Pretty much since I was a kid, my dad made me basically hike out as fast as I could without ever putting my boat on my shoulder. Now it's tradition every year to see how fast I can hike out. I think my record was last year at like 9:20. See if I can beat it today, although always a little easier with the playboat. Here we go. If you sprint it, you get out faster.
Oh, that's pretty amazing. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So, hell yeah. I mean, yeah, for a day on the Upper Gauley, you know what I mean? You can't hike out in 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So there you go. It's pretty sweet. It might be hard to hike out a 10-foot raft, that's for sure. You probably have to pack it up. But anyway, hell yeah, get to the top. Get to the clearing. And get to your car. So hell yeah, now you know where that is, and then you know what I mean. We end the day at Freddy's, get the Dane Jackson, the Reese's banana special. Anyway, the one that he came up with. Anyway, it's a cool video, you know what I mean. And I don't even know if we'll be able to post this, but it's just kind of fun, just because I don't know if you know what I mean. But there is the educational aspect. So you know what I mean. that's where you're able to post other people's works if you put some education on them, and that's what we did today. So go watch Dane Jackson's, you know what I mean, add 10 times as many moves to the Upper Gauley, and now you know exactly where the hell he was. Hell yeah, Upper Gauley, West Virginia. And I'm just going to end it with this, you know what I mean? It's so fun to do this. You're just like, well, how do I find, you know, the Gauley super fast without having to use like any towns and stuff? Well, it is what I do. Go to your Earth, get North America, and then what you're trying to, the first thing you're clicking on is kind of where the elbow, you know, anywhere where the Appalachia kind of turns into an elbow. So that's the first thing, you know what I mean? And if you really want to get technical, look at this. It's distinct elbow right there with this this prairie. But then the other thing you can look at is this distinct line. It looks like a concrete path, you know, a concrete river. Well, that's the new river. That's the Kennewa. You know, where the New and the Gauley come together, you get the Kennewa River, and you have, and because it's the Appalachia, you literally don't have any development except just right along the river, and so it looks like it's just a paved river, and then so basically at the end of this paved river, well, two things. Like this is, if you can find this corner of Earth, you're gonna see the paved river. You're gonna see a huge, probably coal mine. You know what I mean, or just a forested area or whatever. And then so when you zoom into this corner right here, this coal mine, and then this, you know what I mean, the Kennewa. You might be able to see as you get close, you might be able to see Summersville Dam, and then you got Summersville's Dam. Now you can kind of see it. Then you have the Upper Gauley, very distinct, and then you got the Lower Gauley, very distinct, and so there you go. And if you wanted to find the new river, there you go. But if you find this little mine, anyway, I don't know if that was necessary or not. We're going to end this video. Thanks for joining me. That was Dane Jackson. Where was he? He was on the Upper Gauley, and that was kind of a fun way to figure out. Hell yeah. So let's zoom in. You know what I mean? We found those. We found those. We found Summersville's Dam, and we're just going to go to the put in of the Upper Gauley, because that's maybe where you're going to be this fall. You know what I mean? Floating the Upper Gauley. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, and guess what? That's a video.